Now, should you buy a Bulova watch? I got one here today. Um, Honestly, I would. I like Bulova watches. Their prices, um, is it's obtainable. I wouldn't say they're outrageous. For the value of the watch, I feel like they're priced at a good price point. Trade value, I feel like trade value and resale value, Bulova watches have value depending on where you buy it at. Um, I wouldn't necessarily, me personally, I know that Bulova is a brand that been a while. I said been a while, have been a while around for a long time. Bulova has history. They have vintage watches that are still sought after, but also they have their own modern watches that are very, I guess you would say, tasteful. You feel me? Like, it ain't just about the brand. They actually make good watches. But you can also find Bulova watches at like retailers at like Macy's. Macy's are known for selling like Bulovas. I know that they used to have Timepiece, Citizen, Fossil, G-Shock, Casio, brands of that nature. So they all kind of like fit into that category of watches. You can put that into the same category, I guess you would say, as a base level Seiko or a Citizen or a Fossil watch. But then at the same time, as like a tiza, I always pronounce it wrong. Don't chew me up in the comments, but if y'all wanna help me with my pronunciation, if I pronounce the watch name wrong, please pardon me. But yeah, so those watches have been around like back in like the Hamilton days, and you got another watch like the Cavell's. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but Cavell, Cavelle. But like the Cavells, but Bulova is a nice brand. They tend to use, as I say, good material. And what I mean by good material, I mean good metal. You won't really find no base metal watches. I'm gonna say you won't find any base metal watches with Bulova. But you're gonna spend a couple hundred. You're gonna spend a couple hundred on a Bulova watch, and it's worth it. Bulova makes both quartz and mechanical watches. So if you want to go on the more cheaper level, you can get their quartz watch. If you're trying to go on the more upscale level, you would get their mechanical. I said they're mechanical, but their mechanical watch, and those are self-winding. I haven't really seen any releases of no mechanical watches where you have to wind them up yourself. Majority of all the watches are all self-winding or quartz watches. They also make, I feel like, beautiful, beautiful women's watches that are like borderline like unisex for those women that don't like those small watches, but they like those Submariner style watches or Pro Diver style watches. Bulova has a good selection of those, but their price point is a little bit. They're like kind of like above. They're a they're a reputable brand, so they're not going to be like cheap. They're not a cheap watch, but they're an affordable watch. They are affordable. That's one of the things that I like about Bulova as a brand. They're an affordable watch, but they're more of a upscale watch. You put the like I said, you'll put them in the same category that you'll put like Citizens or Seiko. Um, and then that just due to, I mean, not only branding, but also they put they put money into their watches. Had a friend recently show me one of his self-winding mechanical watches that he had, and it was nice. It was skeleton. Well, it was partially skeleton, where you can see the movements, but also has seen the detail of the actual dial. And his had what you call like a silicone band, which was nice, that you see a lot more often with newer styles of watches. I say largely due to Richard Millie's silicone style. So now you're seeing a lot more silicone bands, and it's just, you deal with the day and age when people like their watch to match their outfit. So you can have the same watch, just change out the bands. Excuse me. And a lot of these bands are becoming more interchangeable, and a lot of these brands are making their watches um, customizable. So which is dope. And Bulova is also one of those brands. I seen it firsthand with my friend with his Bulova self-winding watch. And it was pretty dope. He had it was red and black. Had the red silicone wristband, which was pretty unique. Which would kind of remind me of this watch I got right here with like a red silicone band, but his was automatic. His was automatic, and he was telling me from the looks of it too, he liked it. Shoot, he just got down from going to go play basketball, and he wore this watch while he was playing basketball. The watch still looked brand new, and by him hooping and playing basketball, you see that it was recharged. That boy got some extra life on that dang on watch from moving his wrist so much trying to. So yeah, Bulova is one of those brands where if you were thinking about getting the watch, I get it. And then far as resale value, Bulova, it does depreciate in value, I would say, after you buy it. Like, it's not like, I won't put it in the same category as a Rolex or Omega or Audemars Piguet, Audemars or Patek. Those watches tend to sometimes, like certain models, appreciate in value due to this being a affordable brand. That means that it's mass produced. So even though that it is like probably retailed at $600, $700, $800, you can probably for resale get 4 or 5, depending on how long you want to sit on it, depending on which model you have. You can get money back from it. You can most definitely get money back from it. It just won't probably be as much as what you paid for it though. Like, that's just keeping it real. So oftentimes, if I'm looking to trade one of those watches, or if I'm looking to sell in the future, I try to find one that's already used. Or if I'm trying to get a bang for my buck, I will try to find one that's already used. I mean, you can find one at retail, and that's your thing. Have a fresh one, new one. But if I'm like me, both of my Bulova watches, I got them used and resold them for more than what I got them for. So I will say that there is money in investing into a Bulova watch, but it depends on what model and how you're buying it. If you're buying it at retail, as soon as it comes out, of course it's going to cost more. And you got to understand the nature of the game is to buy low and sell high. So one of the best ways to use Bulova watches as an investment watch is to buy it already used for the resale value. And then that way you can, you don't have to worry about, oh, is my watch increasing or depreciating in value? Because Bulova watches have value. It's just that it doesn't have the same value that you probably bought it at, depending on the model, because how mass produced they are and how available they are. Watches, when it come down to prices, a lot of it come down to exclusivity. You gotta wait like a year or two to be on a Rolex list, unless you're gonna buy one on a market. But if you're trying to go buy one from Rolex, you're gonna have to wait a year or two, and then you have to be able to be on the list of Rolex. You have to qualify to be on the list of Rolex. It's not the same thing for Bulova. Like I said, you can go buy you a Bulova watch at Macy's if you want to. which is cool. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it. Macy's is also like, it's affordable, but not everybody got Macy money. So you gotta understand that it's an attainable watch, but it's a watch that not everybody can still afford. But if you want to find one, and you don't want to spend that retail value, yeah, you're still gonna spend money. But you can find those for resale. I mean, at resale, those that are already currently used, and they have pretty good models out there. And most of those models, like I said, you're still gonna pay a couple hundred for, and you could probably find some for less, for cheaper, probably about like 150 or 100. But it's gonna be very used. Those are probably a special for somebody that's kind of watch savvy a little bit. You feel me? You probably got like a bad band or something that needs to be changed out, or probably got like a damaged crystal, like scratched up crystal or something like that needs to be changed out. A lot of times you might see the case maybe tarnished a little bit. Like if it was gold plated, like a gold tone case that been worn, you may see signs of wear and tear on it. But you still have your Bulova for a cheaper price. So that is pretty much my whole partake on a Bulova. Will I buy it? Yes. Fuck yeah. I'll buy me a Bulova. Is it worth the price? Yeah, depending on which model you get and depending on what you're getting it for. Yeah. Would I buy one retail? Honestly, me personally, no. I probably wouldn't buy one retail. But that's just because I understand the market of watches. I'm in the business of trying to sell it. But if I was buying like one that I like, and I'll buy, I don't know. I probably won't buy a retail. I'll probably search for one on the market, see if I can get one at a cheaper price than retail. See if I can find it on the market for a cheaper price than retail. So that way I can customize it. If I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna customize it, just being real. And it's one of them type of watches where you can customize it. And it still can get sold. But I will tell you, with any watch, make sure you keep all the original parts. All the original parts. So if you do sell it, the next owner has the option to wear the actual, original watch, not the customized watch. Because let's be real, depends on if you put that, depending on if it was a value add feature, then you might be in there. You might raise the value of your watch. But if it wasn't a value add feature, then it wasn't no point. You basically kind of took away from the watch. Because some people want to sport that it's, the original. But it's your boy Baz, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in and having this conversation about Bulovas, and if we would buy, and if we will buy, will we sell it? And if we will sell it, does it have value? And we answered that one. Will we buy it? Yes. How will we buy it? I'll probably buy a used one. Does it have resale value? You're damn right. You're damn right.